Shalom, shalom. Right, it's Brother Solomon, WFI Milwaukee. Right, and first of all, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh by Hashem Mashiach, Wamalak Yahushua. Right, I want to give a Shabbat Shalom to all the saints, to all the repentant Israelites on this good Saturday. I want to give a shout out to all the elders, House of David, right, leadership in WFI, Shalom, Shalom, right. And Lord willing, brothers is continuing to be the best husbands they can be, the best fathers, the best servants, the best soldiers. Shalom, shalom to everybody, right? Today I want to get into a quick lesson on regeneration, right? Because you got a lot of doctrines going around. You got a lot of so-called worldly knowledge of people going around say, oh, well, when you die, you know, you come back, but you come back as a tree. And they call it regeneration. What do they call it? Reincarnation. Right? A lot of our people going around talking about damn reincarnation. Right? And contrary to popular belief, they got this idea from the Bible. It's a biblical ideology, but it's really called regeneration. And you don't come back to the earth as no damn tree or an ant or an apple, right? You're going to come back into a body, right? And we have been here multiple times before. That's why we have deja vu. That's why you got a lot of old souls out here. That's because you've been on earth before, right? So we're going to jump straight into it. So this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, and verse 3. What profit have a man of all his labor which he have taken under the sun? Our generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. So first and foremost, this is how we know right here that the earth has always been here, and it's going to always be here. Salakia. The earth done always been here, and it's going to always be here, right? And we've been here before too. Right? It's been many generations, right? We could be our ancestors. You never know, right? We could have been in them strawberry fields, in them cotton fields, and tobacco fields, right? We could have been the prophets of old, right? We've been here on this earth before. This isn't our first rodeo, right? I got a precept on that. I'm gonna go to the book of Sirach. Right? Because again, we've been here before. This isn't the first time we've been on earth. We done been around a while. We just get different flesh. We get different body. But our spirit, our soul is forever on earth. It's always been here. Right? So this is the book of Sirach, chapter 14 and verse 18. As of the green leaves on a thick tree, some fall and some grow. So is the generation of flesh and blood. One cometh to an end and another is born. Right? So when you die, you know, we all got to die. Right? When we die, we come back. We've come back on the earth multiple times. Right? We could have been on the earth 3 times, 5 times, 10 times. Right? We don't know. Right? But it's biblical that we have been here on this earth before. When you die, you go into more flesh, right? You know, and our forefathers knew these things, right? King Solomon had knowledge of these things. Prophet Isaiah, he had knowledge of these things. Ezekiel, you know, all these mighty men, all our mighty forefathers, they knew these things, right? So I'm going to get a quick precept on that in the book of Wisdom of Solomon. My favorite books. My mighty forefather, Uncle Solomon, man. Let's get there real quick. Salakia, bear with me a quick second. And of course, Wisdom of Solomon is in our Apocryphals, if you don't know. So this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 17, right? He have given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know how the world was made and the operation of the elements, right? So the mighty King Solomon, our mighty forefather, right? He has knowledge of how the earth was formed, right? He have knowledge of worldly things. He had knowledge to know that he was here before and we done been here before and we gonna come back. Solomon knew all these things, right? I'm gonna keep going. For in his hand are both we and our words, and wisdom also, and knowledge of workmanship. For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know how the world was made. Salakia, I'm tripping. Okay, Salakia, I read that already. Verse 18. The beginning, ending, and midst of the times, the alterations of the turnings of the sun, and the change of season. So our mighty forefather Solomon, he had the knowledge to know about. He knows everything about this earth, right? He got knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end, which we in now, right? He knew all these things. The Most High blessed him with this wisdom to know all these things, right? So I'm going to keep going. Verse 19. The circuits of the years and positions of the stars, the nature of living creatures, the furies of wild beasts, the violence of the wind, and the reasonings of men, the diversity of plants and the virtues of roots, and all such things as are either secret or manifest, them I know. So, hell, the things that, we confused about here on earth, right? King Solomon, he knew these things, right? So I got a thing as to where, I'm curious about Antarctica, right? I'm curious about that damn ice wall. I just know in the back of my mind, right, that it's so much life, so much living behind them ice walls, right? But America, the government got it set up. It's treaties in place to where us measly humans, in their eyes, we can't even know what's past them ice walls. Hell, we can't even go to Antarctica. To go to Antarctica, you damn near gotta have government pass. You gotta be a special so-called person in this world to get to Antarctica, right? And what King Solomon's saying, he's saying, I know all these things, right? I know why dogs attack people for no reason. I know why the beast is wild. I know why tornadoes get formed. I know all things, right? And this only come from being diligent to your Lord, to the Most High. Because he wasn't just blessed with these things, right? King Solomon had to fast, pray, study, be diligent, endure. And the Most High blessed him with this knowledge, right? So I want to go back to the book of Ecclesiastes. Real quick. Ecclesiastes. Man, I keep passing it up. Bear with me, Israel, Salakia. Okay. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 9. Right? The thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Right? So any and everything that's on earth right now, it's not new. From the clothing, right, to the hair, to the way we speak, all these trends that's going around. That's why you got, trendy clothing in 2023, right? We be thinking it's new, but these been trends on earth for thousands and thousands of years, right? It's no new thing under the sun, including us, right? These same trees done been here before. these same souls on earth, right? The same demons, it done always existed. It's always been here, right? I'm gonna go down to verse 10. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It have been already of old time, which was before us, right? So everything that's here now, everything that's existing now, it done existed in past times, right? And it's gonna always exist unless the Most High, he see it fit to do away with it. But everything has always been here, right? So I'm gonna read that again. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? Right? So let's get into that thing word. Because if you can see my Bible, the word thing is italicized, meaning it's important. Right? So I'm gonna go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6, and verse 10. That which have been is named already, and it is known that it is man. Neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. Right? Seeing there be many things that increase vanity, what is man better for? Right? So this is showing us that that thing that we read about in Ecclesiastes 1, that thing is man. Right? I'm going to read it again in case it went over y'all head. Ecclesiastes 6 and 9. 6 and 10. So like it. That which have been is named already, and it is known that is man, that it is man. Neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. Right? So again, we done been here before. This is not our first rodeo. It's no new thing under the sun. We have been here before. That's why we go to certain places around the world and we be like, damn, it feel like I've been here before. And you never been done touched that land, right? That's because we done been here before. Many, many times we done been around, right? So since we still in Ecclesiastes, I'm going to get chapter 3 and verse 15. That which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been. And God required that which is past. That's plain upon tables, man. Everything that's once been here is here again. Everything is the same. Nothing is new. Right? Kids walking around, oh, this the new, this the new this, da da da. It's been around. It's no new thing. Right? And that's the old folks say that a lot. It's a saying, in the South, what they say, I can't even think of the saying right now, but basically they be saying, like, telling, the younger generation that, basically I've been doing this, right? In so many words, you new to this, I'm true to this. That's how the old folks talk. It's no new thing, right? So I'm gonna go to the book of Job. The book of Job, chapter 14. It's the book of Job, chapter 14 and verse 10. But man dieth and wasteth away. Yea, man giveth up the ghost, and where is he? Right? So this is a precept just confirming that man has to die. Right? We all gonna see our fate one way or another. Whether we get killed on the highways and byways, whether we have a heart attack, whether we get shot, stabbed, hell, it's a million ways to die. Right? So one way or another, you're going to give up the ghost. Right? And Job says, yea, man giveth up the ghost, and where is he? Where is man after he gives up the ghost? As the waters fell from the sea, the flood decayeth and drieth up. So man lieth down and riseth not, till the heavens be no more. They shall not wake, nor be raised out of their sleep. Right? So everybody that's passed away, everybody that was everybody that's been on earth before, Salaki, everybody that's passed away, gone and dead, right? Right now they're just in the third heaven sleep. That's it. So people, at funerals, they talk about, I ain't gonna even use funerals, Salakia, but people say, oh, he in heaven and hell, etc. Oh, he's still on the earth. This is letting us know right here that your dead loved ones, whoever may have died, they're literally just in the third heaven sleep. They're having the best sleep of their life. No pain, turmoil, no bills, nothing. They just sleep. They don't even know they dead. They just sleeping, right? So that sleep, how we sleep when we dream, it be feeling like 5 minutes. But in reality, it be 7 to 8 hours that you done been dreaming, right? And it's that same weight for all these souls that's in the chamber of souls in the third heaven, right? I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna go to verse 13. Oh, that thou wouldest hide me in the grave, that thou wouldest keep me secret until thy wrath be past, that thou wouldest appoint me a set time and remember me. If a man die, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait till my change come. So this is Job saying prophetically, if a man die, will he live again? Right? And the precepts letting us know, every precept we done read, it confirmed and let us know that man will absolutely live again. Right? Whether that's through the resurrection, every soul that done died before will be back on this earth. Heathens and all. We have been back on this earth. Right? Right. So I'm going to go to the book of Numbers real quick. Because when you die, you're going to come back as the same tribe. So you're not going to be an Israelite one day, die, and then come back on earth as a damn Japhite and get judged as a Japhite. No. If you're an Israelite now, you always been an Israelite. If you're in the truth now, you've been in the truth. Right? If you a damn Reubenite, Gadite now, you was a Reubenite, Gadite back then. You was a Judite back then, Judite now, you was a Judite back then. Right? So I'm going to get the book of Numbers, chapter 36 and verse 6. This is the thing which the Lord doth command concerning the daughters of Zelophehad, saying, let them marry to whom they think best. Only to the family of the tribe of their father they shall marry. So shall the inheritance of the children of Israel remove from tribe to tribe. For every one of the children of Israel shall keep himself to the inheritance of the tribe of his father. Right? So when you give up the ghost and you come back on earth, you'll be a part of that same tribe. You'll have that same inheritance. Right? So I'm a Gadite now. So I always been a Gadite. From the beginning, even now, until this last generation, I'm still a Gadite. Lord willing. Right? At least I think so. So, it's no new thing under the sun. Right? So that's regeneration. It's really simple, straightforward, straight to the point. If you here now, you done been here before. The same spirits you got on you that's on you now, that you dealing with, same demons you dealing with now, you done possibly dealt with them before. There's no new thing under the sun. Right? So now I want to get into after death. After we die, what is next? Because you got people out here that just say, oh, when you die, you just go into the oblivion. Oh, that's it. You just live in darkness. So, we're going to see what the Lord got to say. So I'm going to go to the book of Ecclesiastes again. Because we know Solomon said he had all this knowledge. Solomon knows all these things. Right? So I'm going to go to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 6. Or ever the silver cord be loose, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the cistern. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. Right? So I was getting into that earlier. When you die, your body just go into the third heaven. It's a chamber of souls, right? So when you die, your spirit goes back up. Your body just turns to dust. This flesh is nothing, right? This is just dust, dirt. This is nothing. So when we die, this completely decomposed. It goes back to the dirt, right? But our spirit goes up. Our spirit goes back to the Father, back to where we came from. Because before we was manifested, into our mother's stomach, into our father's sperm, they had sex and created us, right? Our spirit was in the third heavens, right? So when we die, our spirit go back up to the third heaven. It's a chamber of souls in the heavens, and that's where all the spirits that ever died, everybody that ever died, their spirits is in them chambers. Just sleep. They just resting. No pain, no nothing. Right? So I'm gonna go to the book of Hebrews. The book of Brews. Go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 9. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 9, in verse 27. And as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this, judgment. Right? So after we die, as we know, it's a judgment day. Judgment day hasn't come yet. Right? So again, that's why everybody that died, their souls is just in the third heavens chilling. Right? But it's a judgment day. So when Yahushua come back, when the Lord come back, it's going to be a judgment day. So everybody that died, no matter how they died, they got to rise from the grave and they going to get judged. So the Most High, he may have it on a big ass, I can't even think of the word, but a big ass screen, right? All the sins you committed, all the fornication, all the lying, everything you done did, lying about why you can't come to camp. The Lord, he gonna display all that right before you. Come up out that grave, you need to see what you gonna did. You need to see what you did, right? So you gonna get your judgment. We get judgment after we die, right? I'm gonna go to the book of Revelations. Book of Revelations, chapter 14 and verse 13. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord for henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. Right? So, again, like I was just saying, everything we do here on earth in this flesh, right, it's recorded by the angels. Right? And what the angels do, they take all these accounts, they jot them down in the book, and the book is to be passed to the Lord. to Yahweh, right? So when it's time for Yahweh Shah to come back and redeem his people, right? That book gonna be passed to Yahweh Shah, and Yahweh Shah gonna do the judging on Resurrection Day. You're gonna be you're gonna be judged not according to just work and faith. You're gonna be according to both, right? And that's why we know we still have to keep the law. That's how we know the law is not done away with. We still have to keep the law, right? We have to, because that's what we're going to be judged off, our works, what we done did, and our faith, right? Where was I at? All right. So I'm going to go to the book of Daniel. Mighty book of Daniel. Book of Daniel, chapter 12. Salakia. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 2. I'm going to start at verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Right? So again, these souls gonna come back from the earth. They're gonna come back from underground, underneath them damn they grave sites, right? And they gonna receive their judgment. So it's up to them whether they receive eternal life or whether they get eternal damnation. Right? It's up to them, whatever works they did. Right? So we know the heathens, we know their judgment. They just gonna be handmaids and servants, right? But our people gonna get actually judged to see if you gonna go to that lake of fire, or you gonna come back into the kingdom, resurrected as regenerated as a child, right? Or whatever the case. But you're gonna receive your judgment in that day, right? We'll go to the book of Second Esdras. It's the book of Second Esdras, chapter 5. Chapter 5 and verse 43. And it reads, So I answered and said, Couldest thou not make those that have been made, and be now, and that are for to come at once, that thou mightest show thy judgment sooner? I don't think this is what I want. Yeah, I don't think this. I'm going to read it again. So I answered and said, Couldest thou not make those that have been, and be now, that are for to come at once, that thou mightest show thy judgment the sooner? Then answered he me and said, The creature may not haste above the maker, neither may the world hold them at once, that shall be created therein. Right? So it's so many souls that have been here on earth. All of them can't be contained here on earth at one time. It's too many souls. I'm going to read it again. Neither may the world hold them at once, that shall be created therein. So it's a life cycle. Salakia. Salakia. Right. Where was I at? Second Esdras 5:43. Right. So it's a life cycle. Right. It's so many souls that was created, and so many souls that have been here. Right. They can't all be on earth at one time. It's too many souls. That's why you got some souls that's just in heaven sleep, and you got some souls here on earth now that's manifested in this flesh. But we can't all be here at one time. Right? I think I want to keep reading. Yeah. And I said, as thou hast said unto thy servant, that once thou didst make the creatures alive, and the world bore them all, even so could it be at the same time have born besides them also that exist now. Right. So I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna go to the book of Psalms. Psalms 104 and 29. Oh, I'm tweaking. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 104 and verse 29. Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath. They die and return to their dust. Right? So that's just the cycle of death. We born, we die, right? Our flesh go back to the dirt and the dust, and our spirit go up to the Most High. Come back again. That's the cycle of life. That's regeneration, right? Verse 30. Thou sendest forth thy spirit, they are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. Right? So our spirits renew the face of the earth. Again, we was here before, we come back again to renew them. We come back. It's just the cycle of life. That's how I go. Right? So I'm going to go to the book of Sirach, chapter 40. Book of Sirach, chapter 40, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 40, and verse 1. Great travail is created for every man, and an heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam, from the day that they go out of their mother's womb to the day they return to the mother of all things. That's Yahweh. He's the mother and father of all things. Their imagination of things to come and the day of death, their thoughts and fear of heart. From him that sitteth on the throne of glory unto him that is humble in earth and ashes. From him that weareth purple in a crown unto him that is clothed with a linen frock. Wrath and envy, trouble, unquietness, fear of death, anger, strife, and in the time of rest upon his bed, his night's sleep, do change his knowledge. A little of nothing is his rest, and afterward he is in his sleep, as in a day of keeping watch, troubled in the vision of his heart, as if he were escaped out of a battle. When all is safe, he awakened, and marveleth that the fear was nothing. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners. I'm going to go straight to the point. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. This is the point. All things that are of the earth shall turn to the earth again, and that which is of the waters doth return to the sea. Right? So that's plain. That's letting it be known. Everything that was once on the earth is back on the earth again. If it dies in 2023, it's gonna come back in 20 whatever, or whenever the Most High see fit that it comes back. But it's gonna be back on this earth, because there's no new thing under the sun. Everything gotta come back, right? It's a recycle process. It's a cleansing process. Everything gotta come back. So I'm gonna get some on them chamber of souls real quick in the book of Second Esdras. Right? It's the book of Second Esdras, chapter 4, and verse 41. Then I'm gonna start at verse 40. So he answered me and said, Go thy way to a woman with child, and ask of her when she have fulfilled her 9 months, if her womb may keep the birth any longer within her. Salakia. Verse 41. Then said I, No, Lord, that can she not. And he said unto me, In earth are the chambers of hell, like unto the womb of a woman. For like as woman that travaileth maketh haste to escape the necessity of the birth, so also the earth hasn't to deliver those who are committed to her. It will be told from thee from the beginning that thou desirest to know. I'm gonna go back up to my point, verse 41. And the chambers in the earth are the chambers of hell, like unto the womb of a woman. Right? So when we die, just like when we born, we in our mother's stomach, which is the womb. That's the chamber. Right? So when we die, our souls got to go back to a chamber. But of course, it's not going to go back into our same mother's stomach. It goes into the chambers of heaven. We just in these pods or whatever they may be, these chambers of souls, and we just sleep, taking that best nap you can ever imagine, the best nap we can ever have. Right? So I'm gonna go to, while I'm still in Second Esdras, verse 14. The book of Second Esdras. I think I'm gonna wrap it up with this. No, I'm not. It's the book of Second Esdras, chapter 14, and verse 34. Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. Then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. Right? So when we die, we gotta enter that judgment day with the Lord. Right? If you got good works, good faith, you get a reward. If you have no works, no faith, you get a reward too. But that reward not gonna be nice. He gonna reward your ass with that lake of fire, with death. Right? And it could be permanent death if the Lord choose to be that. You're gonna die. So imagine being risen from the grave, and you gotta die again. You gotta see the Lord face, and he tell you, nah, bruh, you had no works, no faith. You didn't even believe in me. You didn't pray, you didn't read, you did nothing to magnify my name. Death. And you just like that, you're just nothing no more. You just obliterated. No spirit, no nothing. You're just gone. Right? So that's why it's important in these last days to ensure that we keeping these commandments to the best of our ability. Right? Because keeping these commandments, keeping the faith, this was going to get us everlasting life. But if we go into church, the Christian church, T.D. Jakes church, Kurt Franklin church, praying the crystals, meditating, right? None of that is magnifying the Most High. So if you're doing any of that, you need to get out of that, repent, and come back to the Lord. or your ass gonna die. As simple as that. Alright, so I want to get a quick account on regeneration in Second Maccabees. Go to the Maccabees real quick. And I'm wrapping up pretty soon. It's the book of Second Maccabees, chapter 7, in verse 18. After him also they brought the 6, who being ready to die said, be not deceived without cause, for we suffer these things for ourselves, have sinned against our God. Therefore marvelous things are done unto us. Is this what I want? Salaki. I think I went too far down. Okay. It's the book of Second Maccabees, chapter 7. I'm going to start at verse 12. Insomuch that the king and they that were with him marveled at the young man's courage, for that he nothing regarded the pains. Now when this man was dead also, they tormented and mangled the fourth in like manner. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good being put to death by men, to look for hope from Yahweh to be raised up again. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life. Right? So what this man was saying, like, hey, if man put me to death, like, all praises. It's a beautiful thing. If you gonna put me to death and I'm serving the Lord while doing that, that is a beautiful thing. Because I'm gonna get everlasting life. Right? The Most High gonna take care of you for killing me. But you know, I get a blessing at the end of that, like at the end of the day. Like, kill me. Kill me while I'm at camp doing the work of the Lord. Right? Kill me, somebody snipe me through the window right now as I'm doing this lesson. Because I'm doing this for the Lord and his people. Kill me. Do what you have to do. Because best believe I'm keeping the law. I'm keeping the commandments. I'm keeping the faith. You know, enduring. And Lord willing, you know, the Most High sees it. And he give me my portion. He bless me. I'm teaching his people. I'm teaching my family. I'm doing the works. Right? So if you kill me, hey, you doing me a favor, bro. Do what you got to do. It's that simple. I want to read that again. Verse 14. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good, being put to death by men, to look for hope, for Yahweh to be raised up again. So if you kill me now, if somebody take me out while I'm doing this lesson, hey, I'm looking for hope from the Most. I hope. I can't be prideful and just say I know the Most High gonna bring me back and give me my crown. But Lord willing, you know, when it's in that day, the Most High, he grant me with a crown of life. Right? Lord willing, I made my garment white enough that I can get a gold crown forever. Right? And have 1,000 wives, 1,000 handmaids and hand servants. Right? I got little Billy and his mom, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, Bezos, Zuckerberg, Rosenberg, Peterberg. I got all these slaves, right? They cleaning up after my animals. They cleaning up my animal dung. They shining my shoes in the kingdom. They can't touch my food because heathens can't cook. But you can go wash them dishes while my wives prepare that feast for us, though. You can do that. You can go shopping. You can go buy the utensils and buy that pure kosher wine with no pork in it. You can do that, right? So do what you gotta do. So if man kills me, whether it be now, if I make it to the wilderness, tomorrow, tonight, in 5 minutes, hey, I'm looking for hope. I got hope that my Lord and Savior, he gonna bring me back, man. He gonna bring me back. As simple as that. So now I'm gonna get Matthew, the book of Matthew, chapter 17 and verse 10. I'm wrapping up. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 17 and verse 10. And the disciples asked him, saying, why then say the scribes that Elijah must come first? So this was I forgot who this was asking. Who this was asking Yahweh Shah this. I'm gonna just say some disciples. I'm not. Well, yeah, it says and his disciples, right? So and his disciples asked him, saying, why then say the scribes that Elijah must come first? And Yahweh Shah answered and said unto them, Elijah truly shall first come and restore all things. But I say unto you that Elijah is come already, and they know him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist. So this is just to, give a synopsis of what I just read. This is the disciples questioning Yahweh Shah on why Elijah must come first. And Yahweh Shah responded, hey, Elijah done been here already. What y'all tripping? Elijah done been here. Right? And they had to understand and like, oh, so Elijah, he was regenerated into John the Baptist. This is regeneration in the scriptures. The disciples understood, right? So these my last couple scriptures. I'm gonna stay in Matthew chapter 3. I'm gonna start at verse 1. In those days came John the Baptist preaching in the wilderness of Judea and saying, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Same thing we do at camp every weekend on the highways and byways. For this is he that was spoken of by the prophet Isaiah, saying, the voice of one crying in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord, make his path straight. And the same John had his raiment of camel's hair and a leather girdle about his loins, and meat was locusts and wild honey. Then went out to him Jerusalem and all Judea and all the region round about Jordan. And he baptized of him in Jordan, confessing their sins. I don't think this is what I wanted. Yeah, but, just to sum it up, Elijah and John were the same person. Right? So it's clear-cut evidence all throughout the scriptures of regeneration. Right? We know Yahweh Shah was Melchizedek. We know he was Adam. Etc., etc. Right? There's no new thing under the sun. You that's watching this lesson, you could be, if you a sister, you could be, Judith, our foremother Judith, or brother, you could be Ezekiel, you could be John the Baptist, you could be Elijah, Joshua, right? There's no new thing under the sun. So, it's a precept I'm trying to find. I don't think I'm gonna find it right now. Okay, it's cool. But right. So that is regeneration in the scriptures. It's no new thing under the sun. right? So if you've been here, if you here now, you done been here before, and you'll be here again if the Most High see fit. So, that's just a quick bust down, a quick breakdown on regeneration in the scriptures from a biblical standpoint. And with that, I like to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh by Shem Mashiach, Wamalak Yahweh. Thank you if you tune in to Water. Happy Sabbath, Shabbat Shalom, Shalom.